Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, so you sent us sources on Ovarian Guard. It's a hormone supplement from Organic Olivia, specifically for PCOS, and it's definitely high end.
High end is right. We're talking $88 a month here.
Exactly. So our mission today is pretty clear. We need to figure out if that premium price actually holds up against the science.
And crucially, what are the potential risks? We're going to break down the formula, look at the mechanisms, and evaluate the credentials involved. The founder, Olivia Amatrono, has a 3-year clinical herbalist background.
Okay.
But we also need to investigate one specific ingredient in here, a popular one, that might, well, backfire for some women.
All right, let's start right there with the cost. $88 a month. That's a lot. What's the company's justification for that? Is it really backed by, superior sourcing?
Well, the price is brutal. No way around it. Their main argument isn't just the formula, it's the source quality. They cite things like organic, biodynamic, even wild-crafted herbs.
Well,
Yeah, and they mention using expensive, clinical-grade extraction methods. The idea is that this ensures higher potency.
okay, but hold on. Wild-crafted, biodynamic. Are these scientifically proven to be better for clinical results compared to, say, standard high-quality organic extracts, or is it more about the marketing story?
That's really the million-dollar, well, $88 question, isn't it? High quality definitely matters for potency, no doubt.
Right.
But the sources you sent, they don't actually show us head-to-head clinical trials proving biodynamic sourcing gives measurably better hormonal outcomes than just really good organic extracts.
Ah, okay.
So the value proposition here seems tied up as much in the brand's image and ethical story as it is in, like, guaranteed superior clinical effects.
Got it. So if the price is partly branding, let's pivot to the actual science inside the bottle. PCOS often means tackling high androgens. What ingredients here are meant to lower testosterone? Let's start with saw palmetto.
Okay, saw palmetto. Its role here is pretty specific. It inhibits an enzyme called 5-alpha reductase.
That's the one that converts testosterone to DHT, right? Dihydrotestosterone.
Exactly. DHT is much more potent. So blocking that conversion could, in theory, reduce androgen activity, maybe by up to 40%.
Wait a second, though. Are you saying the research supporting this for female hormone condition like PCOS is mostly from animal studies or male prostate health studies?
That's the major caveat you absolutely need to be aware of.
Wow.
Yes. The direct human research on saw palmetto, specifically for androgenic symptoms in women with PCOS, is, well, thin. The biological mechanism makes sense, but the targeted proof isn't really robust there.
Okay, that feels like a significant gap. What about nettle root? You mentioned that works differently.
It does. Nettle root has a clearer path in the available research for this context. It works by binding to something called sex hormone binding globulin, or SHBG.
SHBG, think of it like a taxi for hormones, or maybe a sponge.
Ah, yeah, a sponge is a good analogy. It basically soaks up free active testosterone floating around in your blood, making it inactive.
And there's better data for this one.
Much better, yeah. There are human studies showing women who took around 300 to 600 milligrams daily saw actual improvements in their total testosterone levels and better menstrual regularity after about 4 months.
Okay, that's more promising. Now, let's get to the ingredient you flagged as the potential dice roll. Ashwagandha. What's it supposed to do here, and where's the risk?
Right, ashwagandha. It's an adaptogen famous for helping the body manage stress. The goal here is to lower cortisol, the main stress hormone.
Because high stress messes with hormones.
Absolutely. Studies show that even around 240 milligrams daily can significantly lower cortisol. High cortisol worsens insulin resistance, which is a huge factor in PCOS.
And improving insulin resistance helps lower testosterone production in the ovaries.
Precisely. Less stress hormone means your body handles blood sugar better, improved insulin sensitivity. And since high insulin often drives the ovaries to produce excess testosterone in PCOS, lowering insulin is key.
Okay, that mechanism sounds solid. Less stress, better insulin, potentially lower testosterone. So where does it become a dice roll? What's the catch?
Here's the twist. It comes down to individual body chemistry. While most studies suggest ashwagandha doesn't really bump up testosterone in women, for some women, specifically those already dealing with very high androgen levels, there's evidence it might actually increase testosterone. It's not predictable for everyone.
So it could potentially make the core problem worse for the very people trying to fix it.
It's a possibility for a subset of users, yes. That's why we call it a dice roll, especially if you know you have hyperandrogenism. you need to be cautious.
That context is so important. And I should quickly add, the formula also includes B vitamins and chromium. Those fit the picture too, right? Targeting blood sugar and insulin sensitivity directly.
Excellently. They support that whole metabolic side of things.
Sure.
So if you looked at the formula overall, it makes scientific sense on paper. It hits multiple potential root causes: stress via cortisol, free testosterone via SHBG and maybe DHT, and insulin resistance.
But it's not a magic bullet.
Definitely not. It's support, not a cure. PCOS is complex genetics, inflammation, insulin, stress. It all plays a part. You need a bigger strategy.
Which brings us to a really important point about transparency, or maybe the lack of it. Hormones take time to balance, months even, so patience is key.
Right.
But the company's website, they apparently prohibit customers from making specific medical claims in the reviews section.
Yeah, that's a tricky area.
If you can't find genuine, detailed experiences from people saying, this helped my specific PCOS symptoms like XYZ, how are you supposed to gauge if it actually works in the real world beyond the lab studies?
That does raise a pretty big red flag, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It makes it hard to assess long-term, real-world results when that kind of feedback is restricted.
Yeah.
Likely a liability thing for them, but still.
And beyond transparency, there's the direct safety issue. You absolutely must talk to your doctor before trying something like this, right?
Non-negotiable. Herb-drug interactions are very real. If you're on birth control, any thyroid medication, or drugs for diabetes like metformin, interactions are a serious concern.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. We've got a product, Ovarian Guard, high quality, maybe ethically sourced ingredients, a formula that scientifically seems logical for PCOS by targeting several pathways.
Okay.
But it comes with a hefty price tag, potentially driven by marketing as much as proven superiority. One key ingredient, ashwagandha, that could be problematic for some, and this significant issue with restricted customer reviews limiting real-world feedback.
That sums it up pretty well. So, the final thought we want to leave you with is this. Supplements generally work best when they're part of a bigger plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Diet, lifestyle changes.
Likewise.
Okay, so knowing that, and knowing that finding honest, detailed, personal results for this specific product online is deliberately made difficult by the company. How much weight should you really give to the scientific rationale and premium branding when that crucial long-term real-world feedback loop is obscured? That's the question you have to grapple with.